ShowMeTheCurry.com. I'm Hital.
I'm Anuja, and today's Tip Tuesday on ShowMeTheCurry.com, and here's the tip for the day.
So today we're going to be talking about eggs and egg fats. So I think one of the main question people have is, how do you know your eggs are still fresh? Because, you know, there's always a sell by date here, but it never says use by, use by this date.
Yeah.
And once you buy it, it just kind of sits in your refrigerator, and sometimes you don't know if that egg has gone bad or not.
Right, and also a lot of times I throw these away. I just move the egg to the refrigerator,
right?
Egg thing.
Yeah,
and I don't
true.
even keep this.
Keep the box.
So
here's a surefire way to let you know whether your egg is fresh or if it needs to be thrown out. So we have just a cup of water here.
You can always ask the chicken, right? Or the hen.
If it's in your backyard. And here we have an egg. So we're going to drop this egg in the water, and if it sinks to the bottom, you know you have a good egg. So anytime that egg floats to the top, get rid of it as fast as you can, because eggs sometimes cause a lot of have salmonella and a lot of E. coli problems that you don't want to deal with bad eggs. Yeah. So this is the perfect way. It's sitting at the bottom, not floating. Safe to eat.
So the next tip about eggs is, a lot of times we buy these wonderful, the cartons, the eggs are perfect in that, but when you come home, voila, one of them is broken and it's, it's got a crack in it and you want to boil it. But you're afraid to boil it because, it'll all start oozing out into the water and it will not hold that, wonderful shape. So what you do is you take a pot of water that you're going to be boiling the eggs in, and you put a dash or about a tablespoon or so of vinegar in it, and then drop the eggs in. And what that does is it will not let the egg ooze out of the shell, so it'll still have that wonderful shape.
That's a great tip. Oozing eggs, if you want a hard-boiled egg, you really don't want them oozing out, so that's a great tip actually.
Right.
So a lot of times when we hard-boil eggs, we have a lot of them to peel. And the worst thing is if you start peeling that egg and tiny little flecks come off, and it's so hard, and kind of your fingers get all raw by the time you finish peeling all these boiled eggs. So a trick to get the shell to come off easy is that when you're boiling the water, add some salt to it. Now the salt is not going to affect the egg. It won't salt the egg, and your egg won't come out salty. Unfortunately, that would be great if it did. But the salt doesn't really penetrate into the egg. However, it makes that shell just kind of come off very easily. So a good tip if you're making like deviled eggs or egg curry, and you just have a lot of eggs to peel, it's worthwhile doing that.
I make egg sandwiches every week for my kids, so fantastic tip. And the other one we have is, a lot of times what I do is I boil a lot of eggs and I keep them, and just so that the morning routine is a little easier, or in the morning if somebody wants to have a boiled egg, I just pull it out of the fridge. So a good way to tell, of course, this is my own little trick. When I boil an egg, I put a Mr. Egg face on it, smiley face on it. So I know, hey, it's boiled, please don't mess around with it, or don't think it's a raw egg. So a good way to tell whether egg is boiled or not is if you take an egg and you try to twist it around. First of all, it wobbles. It does not, it's very hard to do, so it will not, it will not spin. And here's a boiled one. Look at it. Oops.
Wow.
Make sure it doesn't fall. There you go. So that's one way of doing it. Either you can make Mr. Smiley Face egg, or you can try this trick at home.
And of course the science behind that is that the yolk, in a boiled egg, the yolk is set right in the middle.
Solidified.
Yeah, solidified, and the center of gravity is different.
Right.
So in your raw egg, that yolk is going to move around and it's not going to wobble as much. So.
But I like Mr. Egg.
Yeah. I think the kids will like that one too.
Yeah, I actually get my kids to make faces and all on it, and then have a field day peeling it.
So those are your fun egg tips and facts for this Tuesday.
So join us again on another Tip Tuesday on ShowMeTheCurry.com.